All right, good Monday morning. How is everybody doing? Here we are. We got some natural sunlight beaming in from beyond. It's not often, just a small little sliver of time where we get this natural sunlight coming into the bench. We'll take it while we can get it. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday morning. It is the 12th of October. Um, Here in the United States, we are celebrating Christopher Columbus Day slash Indigenous Peoples Day. For many, many years, a lot of us were taught in schools that Christopher Columbus discovered America. They got little rhymes and poems and things to help you remember, etc., etc. But, you know, one of the things we should also acknowledge is that people were here at some point before all that, and that would be the indigenous people. And before I go too far, too deep into things, I want to pull up a quick map. Let's see here. Get this pulled up here. And we'll see if we can't switch that over. All right, so this is looking, what do I do for Indigenous Peoples Day? What can I do? Well, I've come across this website, Native Land, and what it does is it projects a map of the indigenous tribes that resided on this area. And here, in my local area, I live in the Metawakaton area. And a little bit of research has showed me that the land that I was on was... Oh, my Chrome didn't actually pop over. Well, I guess we're not going to be able to do that. I thought I was able to show that Chrome. But anyways, I came across a website and I discovered that my land that I reside on was Metawakaton land, and it was seeded in 1837. 1837. So, when you are a property owner and you're looking at your deed and title, and you go back and you go back and you go back, and you actually can see how many times that property has traded hands, bought and sold, time after time after time. But here we are, Monday morning. We're going to tie some flies. We got Steve Hartman in the house. Good morning. And Steve Trybowski. Good morning. We saw it for a moment. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this technology. Yeah, for whatever reason, it just shows my Vice. I'm not sure. Oh, there it is. Anyways, so yeah, check it out. We live right around here. Metawakaton. I think that's Mille Lacs. Anyways, you can click on these and it can show you all sorts of great information as... Oh, I have to verify I'm not a robot. How is it that robots get to verify that we're not robots? I don't know. Anyways, we're here to tie flies. But I kind of find that fascinating. My background is in GIS, Geographic Information Sciences, and that's just maps and overlays and things like that. So, it's something to look into. Find out what natives, what indigenous people resided on the property, on your land, quote unquote, our land. Property is just such a temporary thing. We're on and off of this planet in a wink of an eye, relatively speaking. So let's tie some flies, because that's what we're here to do. That and have some coffee. Have some conversation. Feel free to say what's up in the chat. I always appreciate a little conversation going on. It keeps me from rambling a little bit too intensely, but alright, so like most Monday mornings, there's no real agenda, but I did have some ideas that I kind of wanted to monkey around with. So let's just go ahead and just have some fun tying some flies. I don't know, we'll start with the dry fly. How about that? We'll start this off with a dry fly hook, size 12. Kind of a standard dry fly setup. There we go. Maybe we should zoom in a little bit, huh? Let's pull this in, pop you up just a little bit, and we're going to zoom in just a little bit on the camera. We'll close that page. Camera 1, can you zoom in a little bit? Thank you. Alright, let's get this. I got all these Assam dragons hanging out. Let me set those off to the side so I don't stick myself in my elbow. And we've got a lot of little hackles to take care of. Look at all this. Look at all this mess. Alright. I'm going to start with the red thread. This is, let's see here, we got an 8/0. Made in Spain. So one of the things I kind of wanted to experiment with is hackle, or not hackle, but hurl, peacock and emu hurl combinations. So I'm going to go back here, down into the bend, make a little red butt end. Because we like doing that sometimes. Alright. And let's find ourselves a wire. Let's get a gold wire. Fine gold wire. Or silver. Let's do silver. A little less obtrusive. This is a that's a fine silver wire. Old school herders. 13/100ths. Alright, let's get this wire tied in. And we'll bring that back. Okay, so now we're gonna work on some color combinations for peacock hurl and our emu. So let's go 1, 2, that's a shorty, 3. I'm gonna go 3-part peacock. Where'd my Alright, let's get this whole drawer out so I can see what I got to work with. Okay, so I am going to start with some, let's go with this kind of, just a white. Okay. I got three peacock curls and white ostrich. Find the tips of the shortest one in the mix, and we're gonna just, whoop, there it is. I'm gonna tie that in. Excellent. We'll leave that right about there. I guess I'm going to tie this kind of with a little bit, I think I'm just going to do a deer hair, kind of like a caddis. Let's go ahead and get our hook and hackle plier, hook and hackle grabber. We'll grab all those and we're going to give these a little twist. And we'll just palmer that forward. And that's going to give us just a little bit of added fuzz around there, I suppose. We'll call that. I like this texture. Good morning, Ben. Thanks for tuning in. Here we are, another Monday morning. Hard to believe we're almost halfway through the month already. All right. I think that's going to finish us off right there. Give us a nice little fuzzy body. Bada boom, bada bing. I like that. I really enjoy experimenting with just kind of color combinations, especially with this peacock and emu mix. We'll just run our silver wire counter wrap ribbing through that mix. Right up to the thread. We like that. Alright, we'll take our nippers. Some people will take their helicopter tool and just start spinning that around. I don't know about all that jazz. And then we need a little dab of deer hair. I think I have some of that. I saw some of that sitting around somewhere. Let's see here. Oh, I know you were here somewhere, my friend. There we are. There's our deer hair. A little bit of Minnesota deer hair there. Here we go. Just some standard deer hair. Deer body hair. It's not a belly hair. This is a body hair. Let's get our bodkin. And we'll peel off just a little tuft of that. Maybe a bleached elk hair would be nice in this too. But we're not going to mess with that. We're going to clear this out. And you can never clear or clean your hair too much. Alright, let's go tips down into our hair stacker. Just like so. Oh, we dropped it. And we lost it. We dropped it and lost it. We're going to have to start that over from scratch. Let's try that again. I dropped it and it kind of spiraled down on its way to the bench, so we're going to have to grab another little tuft of hair and try that again. Sometimes the best of plans just fall apart in your fingertips, right? Alright, little tuft. This is going to be our wing. Alright. Let's try that again. Tips down. Do not adjust your screen. That is just me tapping on my bench. Oh, we had a little bit of junk in there. All right, we're gonna try that again. Here we go. There's a little bit of junk in the bottom of that hair stacker. Alright, little wing. That's really not biting down. I'm gonna go with some different hair altogether. This is not sitting well with me. Let's back this up. The hair is just a little too stiff for my liking up there. Alright, let's find something maybe a little bit more appropriate. Let's find that's our squirrel and moose and bear. This is mink and muskrat. There's our elk. Because I think I got some bleached elk that'll be a little bit more appropriate, I think. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just got to get the right hide for the right job. There we go. There's some white bleached elk. And this is, I think, gonna give us the look we want. Try again, right? Nothing good ever comes easy. Alright, we'll have to clear that out. Boy, this is some pretty beat up. Let's grab another bite. A lot of underfur in there. These tips look a little beat up too, but they'll work. Kind of a coarse tip on that, but we'll definitely get her to work. Definitely clear that out. There you go, nice and clear. Alright, same as before, we're going to run this through the hair stacker. Get those to line up just a little bit better than not being lined up at all. Boy, those are some funky looking bristles there. Pretty coarse. I don't know. We'll see. Not much flare, but... And we broke our thread. Well, gotta be honest. Kind of saw that coming. At least I felt it. You know, when you're pulling on your thread just a little too tough. Let's see if I can't get this rethread. And here we go. Alright, let's just put this right on top of there. there just like that. Suppose we could have whip finished it first, but I don't know. That's a hot mess if I've ever seen one, but what do you think? It's definitely something. Definitely something. Alright, let's see here. I think, there we go. Alright. Good morning, Jerry. How we doing? A little itch on the old nose. We'll see if we can't. And then we can switch this back. Here we go. Now we got the little buggy little bug. It is buggy looking. We are doing all right. How's everybody doing? We got what, six, seven people tuned in. Good morning. Thank you all for tuning in. We do this every Monday morning, and we do it every Wednesday night. Although I'm thinking about bumping my Wednesday to a different day, possibly a Tuesday. Just because my wife's evening schedules have shifted, and I don't know. We can do that. So, what do we think? Let's do another one. I don't know. For me, it's more of the messing around with the what do you call it? With the peacock curl and such. So maybe maybe we'll tie something. Maybe like, I don't know. We'll just slide back over to the bench and continue tying, because that's what we're all here for, right? That and a cup of coffee. Slurp, slurp, slurp. We like our coffee. I love my coffee. So we'll set this guy off to the side. Kind of like that. I like that. I like it. I like it. Good morning, brother. How are you? The Husingfeld life. Another day in paradise. Let's see here. Let's get our hooking. And we're going to kind of start things off with that same red butt end. Alright, continuing on down the train. Do our little red butt end. Maybe our next one we'll tie a Kabari style. We'll find a feather. Little red butt end down there. Why not? Little red butt end. Never hurt nobody. There we go. Get our wire in there. And we'll just run that right to the curve. Alright, let's find our next cocktail. I kind of like this kind of a lightish tannish. Let's go with that one. We'll take one of those. It's kind of a light tan. So we'll take one of these and we'll take a 1, 2, 3 peacock. There's a 1. That was a lot more than that. Okay, we got our 3 peacocks and 1 ostrich. Let's tie this in. Break those tips off because those are all going to get buried. Here we go. Alright, let's do oh, poor little Gabe's got a stomach bug. Feeling better now. Alright. This is the time of year. Uh-oh. Let's tie that in again. This is kind of like the main ingredient there, so let's make sure we get you tied in to stay in. Run you back. So now we're added a couple layers of thread into the mix, which is a little bit more than I would like to, but as they say, it is what it is. It's not what it's not. Give this a few twists forward as we wind. I really don't understand why we don't see more patterns that involve a mix of peacock and other stuff. Because to me, I mean, I'm no expert, but this looks fishy as all get up. Boy, I like that. Well, there you go. Gotta learn. Gotta learn. As long as we're learning and moving forward, that's all we can hope for to accomplish. Alright, let's do some counter wraps with this ribbon, making that insurance policy over that peacock curl ostrich mix. Here we go. And we'll give that a little trim. Perfecto. Alright, let's do that same white bleached elk. Grab a tuft of that. And this is kind of brittle. It feels old and brittle. That's kind of why the tips are so gnarly, I guess. I got a case of the straggles, case of the scruffies. But that being the same, let's go ahead and brush it out. You know, it kind of has that caterpillar look to it, I think. Alright, let's run that through the hair stacker. This one does look a little fuller. I agree. Maybe it's just the tan. Could be, could not be. Alright. Let's tie this little wing in. Hopefully we won't break nothing. We'll throw a wrap under there too. And what I didn't do last time, which I'm going to do this time, is I'm going to do my whip finish before I trim that little blockhead off. See how much easier that was? I can just work my way around that. Here we go. I like that. I don't know, I should do something. That'll do something, I'll tell you what. I think that's looking a little better. Let's see if we can kind of take a closer look at that. There we go. So yeah, I like it. I really like it. Let's give that a little spin. A little red collar, a little color, a little action there. That's not too bad. Alright, so we did a couple caddis there. Now we're going to switch it up and tie a couple, kind of a little kabari style, I suppose. Jerry, how much do you love that Vitavu sling pack yet? One of the things that I noticed when I switched from a vest, wearing a fly vest, to a sling pack, is I don't carry as much junk, not as much stuff. I love it. I absolutely love it. I had to kind of reconsider my packing on everything. Slimmed everything down. Now I carry less, which is better for my back. But one thing to keep in mind when you're messing around with those sling packs is just make sure all compartments are closed completely before you start slinging it around, because you don't want your fly boxes to go flying out of the bag. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. All right, let's get some let's get some more tying done. We got some time here. Da 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 da, la da 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 da. All right, we'll zoom back out a little bit. We're just a little bit too tight. Here we go. All right, so let's actually, you know what would look really good is this as a wet fly, as a nymph. There you go. Not too bad. Kind of like the white one and the tan. Anyways, let's grab a hook and a bead. If I can find my beads. It'd be better with beads. Maybe a bead head on there. Maybe not. Oh yeah, we were gonna tie a kabari style. So let's find our hooks. I'm looking for a caddis curve. 18s, little smalls. No. Let's go ahead and do it on this nymph hook. This is a little bit longer shanked nymph hook, and it's a size 10, big old hunkin'. Let's see what we can come up with this. A little bit longer shank, a little bit beefier, bigger everything. Maybe we'll switch threads. Let's go. We'll bump it up just a tick. Well, that's a lot of tick. That's a 210. We don't want 210. Let's go with this black. We'll go with the black A-dot. Okay. We'll do that. Back up, back up, back up. We got a suggestion. We got a bona fide suggestion. We're going to go back to those dry flies. Suggestion was just a polymered Coachman Brown. We'll go for it. We'll send it. All right. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, one of the things I like about that Vitavu sling pack is, it's American made. And mine I had custom made. I picked out my colors. I went with black and white to kind of correspond with the black and white all tied up Fly Tying School logo. And I love it. Absolutely love it. I had one, they had the ladies sling pack as well, and I had one custom made for my wife. Picked out her colors, so we have a his and hers sling pack. Because it just didn't seem to make much sense for me to switch to a sling pack and have her, try to wear this vest. And wearing fly vests and being a woman can be a little difficult, from what I understand. All right. Let's get our wire in. We're not going to do a red tag end. We're just going to send it with this black thread. wire in there. Boop, boop, boop. Slow down, Ron. Alright. We'll get our peacock, our standard 1, 2, 3. So 3-part peacock, and I think maybe for this one, maybe let's find we'll go with this nice red. Where did my red go? Because instead of a red floss, we'll do a red ostrich. Loo. Here we go. All right. Well, see, I also have the Hartman Woodworking Vitavoo tool packs that I got all my all tied up fly tying school toolkits are all in those are all in Vitavoo tool bags. Something to be said about the Velcro. That is some like super Velcro. I even have just handy. I happen to just have a Hartman Woodworking patch. That's how I roll. And all those toolkit bags are with the tools and the vices in a box, in a bin, in a box somewhere. All right, let's take this and wash, rinse, repeat. Give it a little twist. I'll just ease it around that tip of the hook. Get our thread just a tick forward. Yeah, buddy. We like that red. Just a couple twists each turn just to kind of keep it doing its voodoo. And if you over twist it, it'll snap. It'll let you know. You gotta listen to your material. What's it telling you? Maybe one more turn. That's what it's telling me. I think that's going to be it. All right, we like that. I like that. Well, if you like the patch, you'll love the actual woodwork. Steve Hartman Woodworking, manufactured my travel box for my Regal vise, which crazy is it hasn't traveled in over 6 months. I have not taught flies outside of my basement in 6 months, which is crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. You're so used to, me, I'm so used to getting out and tying flies and teaching on a weekly basis. All right, let's find our hackle gauge and see if we can't find a size 12 out of that mix. It's a little short. Let's check you out. Yep, right there. Sometimes having a hackle gauge can be your best defense. Let's kind of measure that out again. Go right down, right about there. Right about there is where our size 12s start. I'll go with that. Alright, here we go. Little dry fly. Hackle action. That's a little too big. You know what I'm going to do? So I'm going to tie this in kind of like it is, but I'm going to back it up. I'm going to fold these down. Uh-oh. Got to turn off my little heater. It's definitely something. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's definitely... I like the red. I really like that red. Can you see the red? Yeah, I like that red. All right, let's do one more, and I think that might be it. Let's go to that size 12, that size 10 nymph. Nah, we'll keep it with the 12. A fall redhead. Yeah, bub. Yeah, buddy. Let's do something. I got this. I got that. Let's do that. Start our thread. And we're gonna do a dubbing loop. We're going to do a dubbing loop for our front end. Let's add our wire. And let's grab our peacock. Where did you go? There you are. 1, 2, 3 peacocks. Alright, and then this one, we're going to throw some chartreuse. Because if it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use. Alright. This one's going to be a little adventurous. There we go. You like that. Oh, Palmer the Hackle through Woolly Bugger style. Okay. Let's do that. But we're going to do it slightly different because we got some chartreuse in there. All right. All right, we're going to throw this in there. Actually, no, we'll tie this up front and bring it back Woolly Bugger style. Yeah, buddy. We are doing something different now. We'll get our chartreuse on there. Uh-oh, dropped it. Here we go. Yeah, we'll definitely tie this in up front and work our hackle to the rear, kind of a bugger style. Alright, we'll go one more. One more whap. Alright. Now let's grab that hackle. Let's tie this bad boy in. Tie it in by the tip. Oh, and we just smashed it off. All right. Back up. And maybe we'll just switch hackles. This is looking a little closer. This is a brown grizzly. Yeah, we'll tie this in by the tip. Alright, round two. Kind of just going for wherever it wants to go. go. That's something. Boy, you could almost just trim that bottom half off. I don't know. I like it. I like it. Alright, let's do one. Nope, I guess we're going to be done for time. Let's do one more. We got a few more minutes. We'll just crank one more out. Because I had a little bit of an idea of doing a slight dubbing loop. And I was going to do that on the size 10. Alright, this is bumping up. This is the size 10. We'll stick with our 8-aught. Actually, for this one I am going to do a little hot butt. So we'll do that with this chartreuse. A little chartreuse 210. And this is just going to be on our back end here. Just going to work it down that bend a little bit. And right back up. Super clean, super easy. Now let's get our wire. Oh, we got to start with our other thread. Now we got thread. And our wire. And we'll just work that to the bend. Right about there. All right. Now we had ourselves a good old gully washer last night. And it's interesting because after I did all my leaves in my lawn, or at least one round of leaves, and then next thing I know, it's just taken back over. Alright, let's grab. This is looking kind of frazzled. Let's go. Let's go with a yellow. Alright, let's tie these in. 1, 2, 3 peacock and 1 yellow. Alright, we're gonna stop right about there. Thanks for tuning in, Jerry. Always appreciated. Palmer this forward. A little yellow in there. Boy, I don't know about you, but I really like the look of this. forward. A little insurance policy for that body. That way it'll survive a couple of hits. Get us through a fish or two. Let's give that a little trim. And it's gone. Alright. We're going to do a quick little dummy loop. Alright, in our loop we'll add a little touch of wax, a little low-tack wax. Alright, and this is actually what I'm going to do for my loop. I got some rabbit. And with that, we're going to use our little clip. Alright. Let's trim that down just a little bit. Alright, let's get this in our loop. Give that a little spin. Wow, I kind of like that. Boy, that might have been good behind a bead head. Make a nice solid big black head up front. I got a whip finish here somewhere. Here we go. Sometimes you gotta tie 3-4 flies to figure out what exactly you want. And I think all those flies led to this. And this one I really like. We dinked around with those other ones, but I think this is what I'm after. I like this one so much, you know what it even gets? It's going to get a little dab of glue. A little dab of head cement up front. We'll use some bone dry. We'll get one little droplet on there. And of course I saw it run right in. Let's see if we can't clear that eye out. There we go, that got it. Alright. This is a fun little guy. Little peacock, a little bit of ostrich, a little bit of wire, a little bit of thread, a little bit of rabbit. I like this one. This one, I want to take this one out. I want to take that one out for a test drive sooner than later. I like it. I think that one is going to be just fine. So, alright, well, with that being said, we're going to wind her down. One of these days, you're going to create the next hot new fly pattern. Yeah, someday. They'll call it the Aaron or call it whatever. Anyways, that was I tied too much. I didn't even barely touch my coffee. But thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, it's Monday. It's going to be a great week. Be sure to join me this Wednesday night from 6 to 8 for our Project Healing Water special. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. So thank you again for tuning in and watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. Happy tying, tight lines. Peace.